A Forest of Eyes, Book of Never, Volume 2. Written by Ashley Capes. Narrated by Joshua Macrae. Chapter 1. Never glared at the Vidia ship that followed them into the Hannock port of Lannan. The warm setting sun dusted the ship's sails with orange, too beautiful a scene for the scum on board. The Boer flag snapped overhead, and calm water burst at its prow as it approached. 2 weeks along the Marlosi coast, and then right into Hannock waters, the Vidia had pursued the White Wing, and now it looked as though Harstas would chase him into the very streets of Lannan. Of course, the commander had no way of knowing Never was aboard. He was probably chasing the first ship he saw in the vicinity of the Grey Chain, just in case. Or maybe the man had other means of tracking. A pair of gulls squawked overhead, fighting over some unfortunate insect or other small creature. "Persistent, isn't he?" Farron said from the rail. His large, hairy forearms rested on the wood as he toyed with a small carving of a dog. "One of his finer qualities, it seems." Never gestured toward the green and white flags on the White Wing's mast. "Glad we're flying Hannock colors." "Which is probably why they followed us instead of attacking," Lewis said as he approached. His beard had grown in. Never scratched at his own stubble, probably time to shave. "If we'd been flying Marlosi colors, we would have had to swim most of the way here." Or be dead. Never frowned at the Vidia ship. "And I would have hated swimming just as much." Lewis laughed, and it seemed Farron came close to his second smile. At least, the second Never had ever seen. "Sure you two don't want to sail with me a little longer?" the treasure hunter asked. "You'll both end up rich. Very rich." Never shook his head. "I'll settle for more answers." "I suspect there's a bigger adventure to be had with Never," Lewis said. "Bigger even than sailing to the Summer Isles this late in the season." "For the best spice in the world, it's not too late." He tucked the carving back into a pocket. "And bringing it back half a season before any other ship will make a killing." "Long trip," Never said. "You sure the Sea King's eye will protect you from the maelstrom?" "It has already shown me how," he said. At movement on the enemy ship, Never stepped away from the rail, moving to crouch behind a row of water barrels. Harstas had docked and was already unloading cargo onto the wharf beside the White Wing, his sailors grunting.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?